We've just had word. Dylan Walker is online and he joins us. Welcome to the show, mate.
Hey, boys, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, damn good. Still a little wet and cold after Friday night. I don't want to moan, but I wasn't in a covered seat.
Yeah, mate, I can feel for you. Even being on the bench out there, it was cold no matter what. So, we were just very appreciative of the fans, showing out, like the big crowd showing out considering the conditions. And, it sucks that we lost, but, we just got to keep moving forward.
I loved what Andrew Webster and Tohu said afterwards. Mate, it's just one of those games, isn't it, that they came to play, and under the conditions, I thought they played a damn good game, and you got to say fair play to them.
Yeah, I think they completed very high. They didn't really push anything extravagant in the game, and they just played wet with the football a lot better than us. So it was suffocating. It was hard. They were just kicking the corners. They were building momentum through us from their kicks, and then just defended us really well. And we took a lot from that game. Going to move forward for the season is just how to play that style of football. And I felt like we've been doing that during the course of the year, but the last few weeks it hasn't been the way that we would like to. But it's just to dumb it all right down for us, and get over the advantage line fast and kick in the corners and defend well. So kudos to South Sydney. They played an excellent game and got us into the pump.
Tell us, Dylan, there's no complacency in the side before that game at all, was there?
Nah, not at all. Like everyone comes into training. They're detailed about the work what they want to do. We did lots of video. We were always talking, having conversations, and there's no complacency. I think it's just pure. They just played a better game than us. I thought. Yeah, you know what I mean. And we're going to take lessons out of that to moving forward of how we want to play. And we've seen vision of, we were up 6-0 and then we rolled them down the field, and we just didn't do that enough. We didn't get that momentum or that game plan enough. And they come to play, scored some tries off some kicks, and we've got to stop that. We've got to handle that. But moving forward, we've learnt big lessons about that game.
I thought that first half we were pretty damn good, actually, but it's converting that pressure, isn't it, into either a repeat set or something, earning something. It's like every time you go down that end. I mean, we could dwell on that, but we won't. Is it one of those kind of games where you think you're going to learn a lot from the loss? Yeah,
I think so. We're going to learn a shit lot. We look back at the video. It wasn't so much as their king game. It was just how they played it. It wasn't so much, South Sydney football. What I think everyone learns to love to see is where they're doing big shifts from right to left or left to right, double cutouts. They just played up the middle, or they've gone to the edge, found momentum, and then when they've got that momentum, they sort of just kicked us into the corner, turned our fullback and our wingers behind. And when you're doing sets like that and you're coming out of your own head in wet with the football, it's hard to play. It's suffocating. It's what we wanted to do, but they just did it better than us.
Yeah, they did. I mean, that's all there is to it. How do you break down the rest of the season from now? I know as fans, and I know on this side of the microphone, it's easy to get ahead and go, okay, right, we've got the Eels, we've got the Sharks, we've got the Raiders. Or are you just looking at purely at what's going to happen on Saturday night?
Yeah, I think for us moving forward for this year, it obviously happens each day when you come in each game. And in hindsight, you want to. That's how you want to look at games. But I think for us moving forward is having the detail how we actually want to play football going into this back end of the season. And the last 2 weeks we haven't been completing high, but before that, we're probably one of the top teams of completing throughout the season. And we sort of it's just fundamental errors and little things that we've just got to tidy up. And that's what we want to do moving forward, is creating a brand of football that's going to be long lasting for the season, and it's going to help us in the back end of the season. So, we're going to look at this week against Parramatta, and we want to play fast, we want to play through them, we want to complete well, we want to tackle well, and that's just going to fold into the next coming weeks of the game. And I still believe we still haven't put together a complete performance yet where we've walked off and we've been 100% happy. And we're chasing that. We're chasing that perfection. If we can't reach it, well then we're chasing that perfection as it goes on.
Dylan Walker is with us. Warriors against Eels on Saturday night. Are there a couple of games or a couple of halves of football that stand out where you can put your finger on it and say, yeah, we were damn good in that game or in that game between this and that?
Well, I think I didn't get to play that game against Canberra. I think that game
that was brilliant.
Yeah, that was a brilliant game. How much pressure they were under in the first half, and then going into halftime 8-6, I think it was, or 10-8, and then coming out of the second half and just running away with it. I think that game signals to us that we can withstand the pressure and if they've got the momentum, we've just got to stick to our principles in defence. And the longer we stay at that, then the more we can suffocate teams. And I think that was the game. It was a good turning point of how we want to play football. And it's harder to play when you've got when they have so much possession of the ball like that. And for us moving forward, it's just have an equal share of possession, seeing what we can do with it, and then our attack will work.
You're an Aussie, and we love Aussies. We love your competitive attitude. We love the way you look at sport. Do you get really effed off after a loss? Do you hate losing?
Yeah. I think I've calmed down a little bit more over the years when you have a loss, but on the weekend it hurt. I sort of got off the field and was in a bit of a shit mood, but it's just basically looking at the game, thinking about the game, and then when you come and train the next day, you're in for training, get it all out in the training, let the emotions out, and then you can move on for your week. So hate losing, but there's a way to go about it, I'll say.
Are there any teams that you fear in the competition? I don't know how to ask this question right. Are there teams that you look at and go, damn, they're good, or we'd like to play like that? Or do you think it's a really even competition and you genuinely believe that on the day anyone can top anyone?
Yeah, I think for me, it's, there's obviously teams that play well. There's the Penrith, the Melbourne Storms, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, the Parramatters, and the Sharks. Like, they've all got different style of play. It's not so much admire, but if you can take a few out of what they do to implement their game, that's good. But I think in general, everyone wants to have their own defensive system or principles, and it's whoever can believe in that the most and execute and stick to that principle as long as possible. I think those are the teams that come out and end up playing finals football in September.
A few weeks ago, you had an injury. How was that? You're perfectly fine now?
Yeah, it's all good. It's just a broken toe. Just happened. Yeah, it happened at training. So, mate, it's all good now. It's brittle. It was brittle, but now it's all fixed up and, mate, strong as ever.
All right, and I'm sorry for, here you are in Auckland, mate. It's been raining non-stop for a friggin' year. It's not, normally we kind of celebrate the fact it's actually quite a good weather place to live.
Yeah, it's been, I think, look, to be honest, Oz last year in Sydney, it was pretty bad in the winter as well. But, I thought, the last 2 weeks haven't been the greatest, but before that, there was about a week or two of sunshine.
There you go.
I thought, mate, this place, when the sun's out, it's probably one of the nicest places I've been to.
So coming over from Australia, did you have any thoughts of, oh my God, I'm moving to New Zealand, it's bloody Tasmania or anything like that? What actually propelled you to come here?
I think it's just the opportunity to play for the New Zealand Warriors, to be honest. It's a club that in history it probably hasn't gone the plan or what they've hoped to like over the years, but I thought it was a great opportunity for myself to get out of Sydney. I've grown up there, lived there my whole life, and get out of the comfort zone, come to a new place and embrace the culture, embrace the team here. And mate, since coming here, I've enjoyed it. I've loved it. I've loved living over here. I love training here. Love playing here, and I've got a young family, so mate, we looked at it as an opportunity to come over and not just travel New Zealand, but just embrace it all.
Okay. And so, did you know anyone when you arrived, apart from your teammates and stuff?
Yeah, my sister lives down in Tauranga.
Okay.
I used to come back as a young lad because my old man lived in Marston and in the Wairarapa region.
Okay.
And so Yeah, I've got heritage here, and I've got family here, but never really lived here.
Anyone giving you stick about the Ashes? Are they at work or not?
Nah, mate, I don't watch the cricket.
You don't watch cricket?
Nah, I don't really watch it. I don't get into it too much, to be honest. It's I do see why people love it. It's all right, but it's not my cup of tea.
Finally, then, look, I'm a cockroach. I'm a blues man from way back, mate. I've been supporting this team for about 3 decades or not. I hate Queensland, mate, and I just want to. I don't care that we've lost the series. I just want us to win this third match. You with me?
Yeah, mate, I'm with you. I'm a blues fan from way back too. So, mate, hopefully the boys can get it done.
Yeah, all right. All the very best for Parramatta on Saturday night. Thank you so much for stopping in and spending some time with us, mate. Appreciate you.
No, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it.
That's Dylan Walker with us here on the platform. And as you know and heard, that just came out of nowhere. Lachlan's phone just went ringing while we were doing the weather there. And that's what happens. You just take those calls.